Patriots, part of the proud fabric of New England. We have told you of the ties between the franchise and President Trump, and of course today the overlay of Aaron Hernandez's suicide. That sports news cultural mix, a perfect opportunity to have a conversation with columnist Mike Barnicle, whom I enjoy each day on MSNBC's Morning Joe. Michael, it's great to have you here. We thought we had a pretty linear discussion when we invited you aboard yesterday. It's turned into something very different. What do you make of this collision of facts, images, and moments?
Well, I'm very much surprised that the Patriots went through with this visit, actually, given the fact that they represent a league that is drenched daily in corporate narcissism, so careful of its image, protect the shield and all of that. And the Patriots are a very corporate kind of outfit. You're cut and you're waived if you're not performing. They're very image conscious, as are most of the NFL teams. There was certainly, given the friendship between Robert Kraft and the President of the United States, ample opportunity to rearrange this. And in an odd way, the man that they tried to disassociate themselves with, Mr. Hernandez, Aaron Hernandez, has now been made part of this team in a way that he never ever could have imagined in his life. He handcuffed himself through his suicide to this day to this team.
You know Bob Kraft, Mike.
Yes.
Can you imagine how he processed the news this morning? And a lot of people, you say a lot of things about Bob Kraft, which so often, especially think back to the labor settlement, he's the adult in the room. Yet they say those in football stovepipe their emotions and they're so focused. But if there's anybody who would take a global view perhaps of this, it might have been Bob Kraft. What do you make of his decision to not maybe pick up a phone, make a phone call and volunteer to say, can we slide this?
Well, I don't know that he did or didn't. I do know from knowing him that I would imagine his reaction early this morning when he found out that Aaron Hernandez had committed suicide, that he was probably very upset. He's an emotional guy. He has personal attachments to many of the players who play for him. So I imagine he went through a roller coaster of emotions, and I don't know why they made the decision to finally go ahead with this. Bill Belichick, do your job and everything like that. But the only reason I could think of is perhaps the isolation that accrues to stars and teams who live in their own world for much of each day of every year, given who they are. They're fabulously wealthy, famous athletes. They're not that much different from politicians who get isolated from the reality of daily life.
What do you make of the moment Gronk provided about 12:40 Eastern time, poking his head into the press room? We're talking North Korea, we're talking things that are global and serious, and Sean Spicer, Rhode Island guy, loves the Pats. It was a light moment on a very heavy day.
He gave Sean Spicer the best day that Sean Spicer has had since January 20th. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You could see it on Sean Spicer's face. Gronk, can you please stay?
Exactly. Well, look, you cover politics. You write of it so succinctly and speak of it so well. The optics, that matters in that game. What are the optics that we're going to see in the next 90 minutes?
You know, you're going to see, I would imagine, a team happy to be in the South Lawn with the President of the United States. I'm sure they feel legitimately so, that it is an honor to be there. But you've spoken about it in the prior segment. Jeremy spoke about it. The other panelists spoke about it. There's a cloud over this ceremony. I mean, here you had a man. There are multiple victims in this case. Aaron Hernandez is not a victim. He was a murderer. That's the cloud that's over the day. Aaron Hernandez, God only knows why he did what he did at 3 o'clock this morning in the Sousa Baranowski maximum security prison. God only knows. But what he did do was, again, he joined this team in a gruesome, ghoulish way that he never could have done in life, serving life sentence in a 10 by 8 foot cell.
Mike Barnicle, read him at the Daily Beast, the Huff Post. Watch him every morning on Morning Joe, MSNBC. Michael, my thanks. Appreciate your time today.